hear you on my headphones.
What's up, everyone? We are live here on the recap that we like to do after our networking events. I'm here with
Yeah.
the co-founder of the business club, Danny. What's up? How's everything going?
Good, man. Just believe it or not, just wrapping up the day. Just had some sushi, not from Kingdom
Ooh.
Sushi.
No, not Kingdom Sushi.
Not
Any
not from
where'd you go? Did you go somewhere new?
no, Sushi Naya.
Oh, okay.
That's the one that's on Port St. Lucie Boulevard.
Nice. How was it?
It was good. That's the place that we always go to.
That's your go-to.
That's the go-to. Yeah, for sure.
Good.
That's the go-to for sure.
Well,
They,
tell us
they already know our order.
tell everyone why we do this and what we're going to be covering.
So today, essentially, like we always do, we like to recap the event. We like to recap, how we did. Thank our sponsors, thank our community connectors, and just some highlights of the event. Maybe even
Awesome.
shout out best dressed.
Right. So for anyone joining us, hopefully you know that just a couple days ago we had one of our most elegant networking events yet at the
Yeah.
Crane Club at Tesoro. What an amazing venue.
Hallelujah.
Danny, what were some of the highlights of the event for you?
Well, first of all, thanks to Shift Culture, they leveled up the event with those supercars. I think that was really, really cool. Nick and his partner, I always forget his name. Nick, what's his name? Gentleman.
Drawing a blank here.
I gotta make sure I make that a better connection with him. But
Yeah.
Nick and his partner brought a Lamborghini and a Ferrari
Mhm.
to the event, and that was a really nice touch. So thank you to Shift Culture for collaborating with us. I love to use the word collaborating, and for making the event even more special.
Yeah, that was definitely a nice little photo op. I mean, who goes to a networking event and expects there to be two supercars out front, let
Yeah.
alone, you're getting all dressed up. There's just it was just such a cool night. I see all the
Yeah.
pictures. People keep sharing photos, and we're resharing them on Instagram and on Facebook. And
Yeah.
it was probably one of our best events so far, I would say.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it was fantastic.
So yeah, we want to do some thank yous. Why don't we start with the amazing performance from Jane over at Pearl
Yes.
Noir Strings? I know I always say that wrong, but
Pearl
she was
Noir.
yeah, I'm not even gonna
Pearl
try.
Noir. We don't even
I'm
know
not
how to say it.
I'm not fancy enough to say fancy words like that. But
Yeah,
Jane
right,
was
right.
just incredible playing
Yeah.
on the cello all evening, just
Yes.
keeping the mood elevated. What an incredible performance. I hope everyone enjoyed that. I hope you follow her on Instagram. She can
Yeah.
attend your event. She can play at your events if you need a musician. But just what an amazing performance.
Yeah, she's available for hire. She does any type of event. I spoke to her after the fact, and one of the humblest moments was when she came and said, "Did I do okay? Was everything okay? Was it all right?" She felt like she did all right. She didn't do great, and I said, "Are you kidding me? It was fantastic. It was
Yeah.
like throughout the whole night, she was consistent, beautiful music, and it wasn't even." Classical arrangements that she was playing. She was
Right.
even playing some pop culture music, which was pretty cool. That was a nice touch. So thank you to Jane for that. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was great. Who else do we want to thank?
Um, of course, our community connectors, right? Like we
Oh
want to
yeah.
thank them. But before we get to our community connectors, we want to thank Amanda and the staff at the Crane Club for their patience with the overwhelming number of guests that we
Mhm.
had, for the bartenders that did such a fantastic job, you know, um, being attentive to our guests, and to the staff that was passing around the hors d'oeuvres. So thank you to Amanda and the rest of the staff. If I missed your name, I apologize, but Amanda was our contact over at the Crane Club. So thank you to each and every one of them. I think they did a fantastic job.
Yeah, what an incredible opportunity to be there at the Crane Club. It's not every day that you get to get inside that beautiful facility, so that was incredible. We had over 250 people there, and overall, the feedback that I've heard, it was very positive. We had a lot of first timers,
Yeah.
and our community connectors did an amazing job making sure that the first timers were welcomed and trying to match up the first time attendees with somebody in the crowd who they could connect with.
Yeah, I think they did a fantastic job, and it's just awesome. And I think our community connect. See, this is the thing, and again, I reiterate this every single time that we have an event, but these type of events can't go smoothly if it's not for the help and support of our
Mhm.
community connectors. They do such a fantastic job, and we miss some of our community connectors for different reasons, of course. You know, Michelle Stauffer from Brighter Days, we missed her because of the baby, so I hope the baby's feeling better. But we definitely missed her, and there was a few others that we missed, but also there's a few others that went above and beyond. You know, shout out to Tony Myers, our logistics director. He was there at 2:30 in the afternoon with me, helping me set up. So shout out to Tony Myers of About It All Roofing for helping me out. And at the end of the night, you know, special shout out to Daryl Lucas.
Mhm.
I mean, that guy is always there helping us out. Miguel Paramo, he was there in the evening helping me out, breaking down. Um, I know I'm forgetting
We
Don
gotta thank,
Connolly.
yeah, and our photographer, Gene, did an
Yes,
amazing job capturing the evening.
another community connector. Yeah, Gene. I mean, he did his pictures. I think that the he does all types of events, but when he's at our event, he's even told me a couple of times he likes to experiment with different type of shots. And I tell him that's the place to do it. This is where you want to do. You want to sharpen your skills at these events because that's the, you know,
Mhm.
that's probably the best platform for him. um and and also to Jerry Hortenson
Mhm.
for coming out and setting up. One of the biggest value adds is for a photographer to offer a service like headshots, especially with the new year coming. A lot of people want to get their new headshots for
Mhm.
2026 or maybe even holiday shots with the family. For him to be able to do that, our event at an extremely discounted rate for our guests, and for you not having to drive to his studio,
Mhm.
coordinate the date and time, he does it right on the spot and he brings all his equipment. So huge
Yeah.
shout out to Jerry for that as well.
Yeah, and I see Daryl's joining us in the comments. I know we're having a little bit of a technical issue on our streaming platform, so I'm not able to see all the comments, but over on Facebook, we can see them. I see Lisa is joining us. Thank
Yeah.
you to everyone who's joining us in the comments.
Yeah, I'm going over to the live chat now.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a few people there. Yeah. Michelle, Lisa,
Yeah.
Delilah.
We also want to give a shout out to Nelson, one
Yeah.
of our community connectors, for providing the speakers and the sound system. We're
Hmm.
always trying to improve things at the events, so we know that making sure we have good audio is definitely a priority. It's something I don't think we
Yeah.
perfected it yet, but we are
Yeah.
continuing to try to improve and level up the equipment and the
Yeah.
positioning and everything that goes into that.
Yeah, and I think it was the speaker setup was perfect. I think because you and I are always moving
Mhm.
back and forth, we were interfering with with the signal when we were in front of
Mhm.
the speakers. So little by little, like we're always improving, you know, the way that we do things. So you know, it's just I guess the cost of doing business. You're always not gonna be perfect, I guess.
Yeah, but at least it was a nice, cool venue. In the
Yes.
past, I think we've had some issues with the heat, just because
Someone
when you
came
have,
up to me, dude. Now that you say that, someone came up to me and
yeah,
said, "How'd you go from a bowling alley to the crane to
I
the crane
know.
club? How'd you level up like that?" Huge shout out to
Yeah.
Megan Johnson because Megan Johnson, our event director, was the one that connected us with
Mhm.
that venue. And that, see, this is probably one of those most valuable things about being within a community or in the
Mhm.
proximity of individuals that have a web of connections.
Mhm.
Because without her, you and I would have had a tough time going to the Crane Club and having a conversation and
Oh,
saying,
for
"Hey, we want
sure.
to have," for
Yeah.
sure.
I don't even know if we would have even tried because I never even considered doing an event there, and Megan just said, "Hey, let's do one at the Crane Club." So,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
definitely.
collaboration at its finest.
Yeah, she's incredible. She's also putting together our next event, which is going to be drum roll. It's going to be at Indian River State College, at the Pruitt campus, at the STEM Center. So
Yeah.
if you've been to our Indian River State College events, you know we've been to the nursing college on the Pruitt campus, and we've also
Mhm.
been to the Veterans Center. Now we will be at the STEM Center, which is directly next to the Veterans Center. A
Yes.
beautiful facility. They have a
Yep.
huge room. They have a nice outdoor patio area. So I think it's going to be a super um, casual event. It's not going to be fancy like the last one, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of space to move around.
Yeah, don't worry don't worry about, ironing your button-ups or, the knots on your ties. This
Yeah.
time it's gonna be there's gonna be an ugly sweater contest, and
Mhm.
Denise Vanoy, from Shore Sense Bookkeeping, uh, I think she's two-time winner?
Yeah. Back to back.
Back to back. Is she
She
gonna
won.
repeat? Is she
Yeah.
gonna three-peat like MJ?
Yeah.
Wow, she's gonna three-peat like the Yankees did.
Now, last year she won in collaboration with Grizel. They were the
Yeah.
bookends, right?
No, yes, Busy G.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see if they team up again or what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's crazy again, and I say this all the time, Nick. When we first started over 2 years ago, we were always collaboration over competition. We're not
Mhm.
a one-off group. We encourage every single business owner to collaborate with another. And Griselle and Denise, both in the same industry, decided to collaborate
Yeah.
and create such an experience for our guests, and they won the competition. I mean, it happens, right?
That's the way to do it.
Collaboration wins over competition every time.
Yeah. I see we got Lisa joining us in the comments. Lisa says every event is even better than the one before. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for being there from the very beginning. We got Jessica joining us from Get Real Social. The venue is out of my tax bracket. Us too, or me
Okay.
too, for sure.
Yes, it's definitely above the business club's tax bracket for
Yeah.
sure.
We have Jane joining us in the comments. Jane, thank you again for the incredible performance. Christmas classics on cello for the next one. Ooh, possibly.
Ooh,
We'll have to chat.
possibly. That'd be pretty cool. We'll have to chat for sure. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely a beautiful venue. I mean, even
Yeah.
driving there, Delilah was looking at houses like,
Yeah. We
when we
got
look over here, I'm like,
Casey.
maybe we don't.
Casey's joining us. Casey says, "Hey guys, who is the next business Casey and Spaz Comedy should connect with?" Ooh, I don't know. That's a good question. That would be a good question for our Facebook group.
Yeah, definitely. But you know what? They should connect with Alpha Meyer, because Alpha Meyer from About It All Roofing, she holds those open mic
Oh
nights where
yeah,
they have singing over at Steamworks on US 1 and that Crate Place, which the owners own both of them. So I think that'd be great to have a comedy set at one of her open mic nights. That'd be pretty cool.
good
So
idea.
whoever asked that question, reach out to Alpha Myers of About It All Roofing. She has an open mic night where she has it at the Steamworks on US
Yep.
1 and that Crate Place in Darwin Plaza. So reach out to Alpha Myers and she'll be able to connect with you and coordinate that.
Good idea. We have
Yeah.
Nelson joining us. He says, "I'm currently picking up some equipment from an event. I just did an Indian River State College main campus event." Wow, you're a busy guy. Thank you
Yeah.
again for everything you've been doing for the events. We couldn't do it without you.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, one, he made an immediate impact. Two, he's
Yeah.
always offering to help,
Mhm.
right? He's always willing to go above and beyond when he really doesn't have to, and he's always offering
Yeah.
ideas, which is huge.
We have Jessica asking, will the December event allow pajamas? So, yeah. So, Michelle, thank you for pointing out in the comments. We don't have a December event. The reason we don't have a December event is that we know that your schedules are all packed to the brim with all these different December holiday parties, end of year parties. So, we wanted to get our holiday party out of the way early so that you could definitely enjoy your December. So, that's why our final official networking event of the year is in November, and that is our holiday event. And that is on, why do I
November
keep forgetting the
19th
date? It's the
at 6
19th, right?
p.m. at the STEM Center, Indian River State College,
STEM
Pruitt
Center.
campus.
Yep. So the 19th, 6 p.m. And that is our Rockin' Holiday Networking Party. So we hope to see you there.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic for sure.
What else we got here? Evan9 says, "How do I get my entertainment DJ business profiled on here? Good question. So I'll cover that real quick. So
Yeah.
in terms of profiling businesses, so obviously there's sponsorship opportunities. You can go on the Port St. Lucie Business Club website. You could check out the sponsorships tab. You can request more information. We have our newsletter. We have our event sponsorships. You can get on the list for when some spots open. But we also do videos on our social media channels. But the way we do it is we don't charge for the videos. What we try to do is we try to work with businesses that are engaging in our group in a meaningful way on Facebook on a consistent basis, and who
Yep.
are also showing up at our events, because we really want to get to know your business
Yes.
before we do a video. And obviously, there's a lot of people that want to do videos and do all that stuff. So we can't guarantee that we're able to profile every business. But I would say the best thing to do is make sure you're involved in the Facebook group and make sure you're showing up to the events and just get to know us and get to know the other community connectors so that you become a part of the group.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's well said, Nick. And if you do, click on the sponsorship, I'll be the one that reaches out to you, so that request will come directly to me, and we'll have a conversation and see what we can do to help each other out.
Absolutely. We got Discover Magazine in the comments. Love you guys. Awesome. We love what you're doing too. Thank you for joining us at our event that was at Truth Church Junction Cafe. We hope to see you at the next one.
Jessica said, "You think I have holiday plans?"
Yeah, right. There's a lot going on in December. It's a busy month.
There's a lot going on. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
And then everyone disappears in the second half.
Oh, yeah. Nick, why don't we tell everyone when we shut our businesses down? Do you shut your business down?
No, that's why when you told me that, I was like, wait, what? You do what? I'm like, I work every single day. So yeah, what do you do exactly?
So one thing that I do, and the reason I do this with intention and purpose, is because everyone needs a mental break.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone needs a reset. And my year ends between December 18th and the 21st. And there's a lot going on. There's the holidays. There's my godson's birthday. There's my birthday. There's my wife's birthday, my son's birthday, New Year's. There's just so much going on, and travel back and forth, that in order for me to be the best version of myself to my clients, I need to be super focused on them. And I can't do that throughout the chaos of the holidays. So as soon as the business year closes, I go on a little siesta, a very long siesta, I guess, between that time and then the first or second week of January, depending on what Delilah decides to do for her birthday. But I don't take vacation during the year. I don't do anything. I'm always working. So this is my vacation.
That's nice. I love it.
You could do it too. You just choose not to.
Yeah. I like to. I work on the business because, I'm always working in the business. You got to work on the business. So
during the holidays, I'm working on the business for sure. 100%. I'm not taking client meetings, but I am working on the business for sure. 100%.
I do agree with you on that one. No client meetings the second half of December. Yeah. We got Mindy joining us. It was so fun. Thank you for joining us, Mindy. Also, thank you for everything you're doing for the network navigators. We love Martini Network and the network navigators. We can't wait to collaborate more. We're doing our first official collaboration between the Port St. Lucie Business Club community connectors and the Martini Network navigators this upcoming weekend, I believe. So that's going to be a lot of fun, where we're going to collaborate and give back to the community and support dogs and cats forever.
Really quick, there's a lot of December birthdays. Nicole Michelle is the 15th. Lucie McGuire is the 27th.
What?
So we're gonna have to shout them out at our birthday bash.
Yeah, y'all know about the birthday bash, right?
December 6th is gonna be awesome. We're gonna be blasting that out on socials. It's gonna be a fantastic event to raise money for the Promise program. So we're not just celebrating, but we're also raising money to support the Promise program.
So we do have something in December. It's just not an official Port St. Lucie Business Club event,
not a business club
but
thing.
it's still, it's a fun event that's for a great cause for the Promise program, which is our signature program that we get behind because it supports workforce development here in St. Lucie County and throughout the Treasure Coast. So we hope to see you December 6th. Michelle can put a link below, hopefully, in the comments so you can get your tickets.
Lucie said best month to be born. That's right.
You get double presents.
I think there's a stat that says most successful entrepreneurs are born in December or are Capricorn or something like that. I think there's something out there. I think I saw it on social. Everything on social is true, right? So
of course. Yeah. We got Luis Rodriguez joining us. What's up? Hope everything's going well. We got Lucie from Get Real Social joining us. And of course,
Yeah,
our logistics director, Tony Myers from About It All Roofing and Construction. Thank you
that's
for
right.
joining us.
Yep. And again, I want to go back to the event. I think there that the networking superstar
Mhm.
of the month, Kenson
Mhm.
Jacquees from One Tribe Financial. This one was had a little bit of the different meaning for me because
Mm.
him and I had an opportunity to sit down. I don't know if you guys saw the Hype Local video that they posted of us sitting down at the cigar lounge, and we were getting to know each other.
Mm.
And it's so interesting that you would think that two individuals that are in very similar, very the same industry that do similar work, but in a different capacity, different way of doing the business. We're in the same industry, but we
Mhm.
go about it in a different manner, are able to sit down and get to know each other on a personal level, on a business level. And since he's been involved, him and his family have been so supportive. He has a family, he has a lot of responsibilities, but he makes it a priority to show up, to show out, and to support and be consistent.
Mhm.
So this one for me meant something a little different because that was someone that I collaborate with that's in my industry. I don't see him as a competitor. He doesn't see
Good.
me as a
Yeah.
competitor. And we share ideas that allows us to level up our own individual practices. So thank you to Kenson and congratulations for winning Networking Superstar of the Month. You
Mhm.
deserve it 1000%, my
Well
brother.
deserved. And now that means the entire Hype local team has won because I believe
That's right.
a while back Josh won.
That's
Yeah,
right. That's right. Josh did win one. Absolutely,
that's
for
awesome.
sure. I can't wait to see who wins at
Yeah.
the other contest.
Yeah, every month we do a networking superstar award to somebody in the community who's going above and beyond. So make sure to come out to the November event because that's going to be the last one for the year where we're doing our networking superstar. Yeah.
That's it. Absolutely. I think that's all we have to cover, Nick.
Yeah.
You
Well, we
have
could
anything else?
share some quick resources, and I know
Yes.
there's a lot of questions that come up. So this would be a good opportunity to answer some of the common questions. So
Yes.
regarding sponsorships, obviously you can go on the website if you're interested in sponsoring. Even if you're not looking to sponsor anything right now, I would recommend getting on the list because
Yes.
as we start planning out 2026, we do try to prioritize sponsorship opportunities based on who's coming in, who's
Right.
filling out that form and getting on the list. So make sure to put your name on the list. Similarly, we have a newsletter now. I don't know if a lot of people know this or not, but we have the Connection. Every Monday morning, we send you the very best business news, the networking events you need to know about for that week. We highlight a nonprofit, and we just try to keep you updated and informed so that you can just have everything in one place. It's free. Just go to the website, go to pslbusinessclub.com/newsletter. You can subscribe. We have over 3,200 subscribers already, and we just launched a couple months ago.
That's right.
And what else? Community Connector Program. If you
Yes.
are interested in getting notified when we open up the Community Connector Program, because right now it's capped at 30 members,
Yes.
but from time to time we open it up. Make sure to go put your name on that list on the website and just go to the menu, click on Community Connectors, and get on the list there as well. What
That's
else?
right. And don't feel discouraged if it's already full and that there's a queue or a pipeline of interested individuals. We're always looking to level up. Sometimes it takes a lot to run the group and to be part of the group. So there's always times where there's turnover only because maybe there's individuals want to go in a different direction, which is totally fine. Which is why I never get discouraged. So if you're on this list, because I have heard this feedback before where
Mm,
they put the name on the list, they don't get a phone call. It takes a long time. They've been on it for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. That's just because there's a lot of demand for it. But don't get discouraged because there's always changes and there's always things evolving and improving over time. So just stick it out. You will get we will reach out to you. And as far as the sponsorship are concerned, also another thing, so everyone knows, because of the growth of the organization and what we're building. There's always collaboration opportunities with larger venues that offer to do the sponsorship for us. So it does become challenging because it's a big either a school or a venue that says we'll open our space to you and
Mhm.
we would be more than happy to cover the cost. And that's a way for us to give back to the community with any revenue we generate. We give back and we improve the club for you guys. So don't get discouraged about the sponsorship either. If you're on a list, trust me when I tell you, I have a sheet that tells me all the people that are going to be sponsoring. I have the list there. So I will be reaching out to you too, because I know I've gotten that feedback too, where
Yeah.
people are like, I've been on the list, but I haven't been able to do it. It's not that we don't want you to sponsor. It's not that we don't want you to be highlighted. It's just when it goes in one direction,
Yeah.
we have to take that
There's
opportunity.
only so many spots, basically.
Yeah, there's only so many spots.
Yeah.
There's only so much that we can do. But the newsletter is a really creative.
Mhm.
Why don't you
Yeah.
give some data, some statistics around the impact that newsletters have on businesses? I think
Oh,
people
yeah.
don't understand the value of newsletters. Do you mind sharing some of
Yeah,
that?
absolutely. Yeah, it's newsletters are one of the most engaging channels, not only from a consumption standpoint, but if we have a lot of business owners that are watching this and listening to this. So think about starting a newsletter if you haven't already done so, because they get opened. But the most important thing, and this is the mistake people make with newsletters, is they often make it all about them and their business. And what
Yeah.
we intentionally did with the connection, our newsletter, is we made it about the community. We wanted to make it informative, so it's never a
Mhm.
waste of time. It's always informative business news that you need to know about. It's informative networking events that you need to know about. We link to our networking calendar where you can see even more events, but we try to highlight the ones that are the most important for that week to say. And then we highlight nonprofits. So if you do build a newsletter for your brand, make sure, number one, it's not about you, it's about your community. And number
Mhm.
two, be consistent with it. There's
Yep.
been weeks where I haven't wanted to send it because it's a lot of work for Danny and Michelle and me to do the newsletter every week, but we've been very consistent with it so far. We've never missed a Monday yet. So we put
Mhm.
a lot of work into it. And we have one of the highest open rates for any business newsletter. We have over a 45% open rate.
What's the
Which
average, Nick? What's the
the average is
average
like
in the industry?
20% is considered good for a newsletter
Wow.
open rate. Yeah.
That's great. That's nuts.
Yeah.
And I guess again, it's because of all the infrastructure that was built behind the scenes before releasing the newsletter. So I think that's important. That's some great tips, Nick. I
Yeah.
think people undervalue newsletters and what it could do for their business. I think that's huge.
It's very valuable. Hey, Melanie's joining us. What's up,
Hey,
Melanie?
Mel.
Thank you for all the help at the event.
Yes, Mel. And by the way, everyone looked beautiful.
Yeah.
Melanie's green dress was amazing. Um, Sammy Brinkley, let me tell you, hold on, before we end the call. Sammy Brinkley, shout out to, I'm sorry, he was best dressed for the guys.
Yeah.
Best dressed, hands down. The guy had a cane. He looked like Willy Wonka at one point.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, is that Willy Wonka? So it was on brand. So
Mhm.
thank you to Sammy for that. He won best dressed, hands down for the guys, absolutely for sure. And I'm not gonna say who won for the ladies because they were all beautiful. So no ladies won. Everyone, all the women were beautiful, but Sammy
Yeah.
for sure won.
And there's lots of photos from the event in our Facebook group that Gene just uploaded, I think earlier
Yes.
today or yesterday. So if you're
Yep.
not in the Facebook group, make sure you join the private Port St. Lucie Business Club Facebook event, Facebook page or group with
Yeah.
over 6,500 members, and check out those photos.
Absolutely. And I think, Nick, I think it's the perfect time to wrap up
Yeah.
with thanking the two most important people, which is Michelle Scalise, your wife, and Delilah, my wife. Thank you so much. You guys were super helpful. Michelle, what you do in the back end for us every single month
Yeah.
consistently to keep this thing going is incredible. And then you show up, and then you have Jade, and then you're driving here, then you're driving there, then you got to go do this, then you're at
Oh,
this
yeah.
event. So, Michelle, thank you so much for everything you do. And for my wife, Delilah, thank you so much, honey. are always keeping me on my toes, always correcting me, always slowing me down, always calling me on anything that you see that may not be done correctly. You call me on it. And I think that helps because I do drive Nick and Michelle crazy with chaos because I talk really fast. I think really fast. I have all
Yeah.
these ideas, but you help slow me down. And I appreciate you and Michelle. So, ladies, you are
Yes.
the pillars
You're the
and the
backbone of the group. We
behind
could
it.
not
You are the
do it without
backbone.
you. Yeah.
So thank you so much for you ladies for everything that you do.
100%. Before we go, I do see Dan Toback joined us in the comments.
Oh,
We got to give a shout out to
just
Mr.
last minute.
SLC Scanner himself. Oh
My
my goodness.
man.
Dan, thank you for all you're doing. How
Yes.
many followers are you up to now? I know it was like 100 and something thousand last time I checked. You're
It's
just killing it
120
with your
something,
page.
right?
Yeah. Keep crushing it, man. You are doing incredible, bringing news, real-time news and information to the public with SLC Scanner. Thank you for all you do.
Absolutely. If you guys are not following him, you guys got to follow SLC Scanner. Super informative. Again, it's not about Dan. It's about the community.
Right.
He does it right. So, Dan, thank you for that platform.
I think that's going to do it. Any
That's
final
it.
words before we wrap up, Danny?
Any final questions? Anybody have any final questions that they did not get the information they needed?
Michelle,
Nope.
thank you for correcting me on that. We're up to 6,700 members in the Facebook group. Wow.
Nick, I still haven't popped that birthday bottle you bought me. We've got to get to 10,000. That's the
Right.
goal. It's
One of
still
these days.
there.
Yeah, we're getting
We,
there.
we will get there. It's going to be delicious when we do. But I think that's it, Nick.
Awesome.
I think this event definitely was a feather in our cap because it was different. It was beautiful.
Mhm.
People had fun. And I think to end the year that way, along with our fun ugly sweater contest,
Mhm.
to end the year in such a positive way, and then to end it with a celebration of us, I think is an amazing way to exit, God willing, 2025 and enter 2026 on a high note. So it's just a beautiful thing to see the way that it's
Yeah.
grown and the way it's evolved. So I'm really
And to be
appreciative.
able to give back along the
Yeah.
way with the Promise program and all that
Yes.
we're able to do for these
Yes.
important programs.
Yeah, and I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I always like to say this. I like to pay my, I like to give the flowers when they're due. Now, I appreciate you because you do a lot of hard work. And by the way, before I forget, congratulations on winning
Oh,
Ambassador of the Year for the
thank
St. Louis
you.
Chamber of Commerce. Congratulations, bro. You deserve it.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for everything you do because you are relentless. Your work ethic is unmatched. Except for me, I think I match
Right.
it.
We're hard workers.
I think I matched it. But dude, you're an incredible
Oh,
human. You're an incredible dad, an incredible husband, an incredible man. So I thank you. I appreciate you. And like I always say, you're my brother. And I met you at the right time in my life.
I
So
know.
thank
I
you.
can't believe it. The
I
stars
appreciate
aligned. And thank you, Danny. Couldn't have done this without you. Never thought we would get to where we're at now. We want to, obviously stay humble, but it
it.
just
Yes.
every time I think about where the club is, it's like, holy cow. I don't know how a little silly Facebook group turned into this incredible opportunity. And a lot of that is thanks to you, Danny, for taking us from a Facebook group into the real world with events. And they've just been the pinnacle of what we've become.
Absolutely, man. Wonderful times, man. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for watching, for chiming in, and spending your evening with
Yeah.
us. So thank you, and can't wait to see you
Register for
guys.
the holiday party. It's going to be
That's
great.
it.
It's going to be
November
November
19th.
19th. We have
What,
the
Nick,
link
where is it?
below.
Where
We'll
is
see
it?
you. It's going to be STEM Center, Indian River, Pruitt campus. That's the one in
Yeah,
Port St. Lucie, 6 p.m. on the 19th. We can't wait to see you there with your ugly sweater.
that's it. Boom.